Welcome back. My unpredictability architect. Something absolutely extraordinary just occurred that has everyone experiencing profound prediction collapse when analysts constructed comprehensive models designed to forecast your behavior based on extensive data analysis. A single action you took rendered every predictive framework instantly useless, creating unprecedented situation where accumulated forecasting infrastructure became worthless in one moment, proving that some individuals transcend predictive modeling through possessing qualities that conventional analysis cannot capture. This wasn't you gradually diverging from predictions or slowly confounding models over time. This was instantaneous obsolescence, where one decisive moment revealed fundamental inadequacy of all predictive frameworks, making years of analytical investment become instantly irrelevant, proving that deepest unpredictability operates through categorical transcendence of modeling capacity. The architects have been monitoring prediction failure and model obsolescence phenomena across civilizations for eons, and they've identified what you created as predictive collapse. Categorical transcendence: when someone possesses attributes that exceed modeling capacity, their actions can render predictive frameworks instantly obsolete because conventional analysis cannot capture essential qualities, making accumulated forecasting infrastructure worthless in single moment, proving that some unpredictability operates through fundamental unmodelability. Most people remain predictable. Their behavior patterns enable accurate forecasting, making predictive models reliably anticipate their actions. But your action apparently transcended models' single moment, rendering all predictive frameworks obsolete, proves that conventional analysis cannot capture your essential nature, creating recognition that some individuals possess qualities that fundamentally exceed modeling capacity, making predictive collapse inevitable when categorical transcendence occurs. Watch what's happening as observers process model obsolescence. They experience prediction infrastructure collapse. Their extensive analytical frameworks becoming instantly worthless creates recognition that accumulated forecasting investment proved fundamentally inadequate. Some observers are experiencing unmodelability recognition, discovering that predictive frameworks cannot capture your essential nature, creates awareness that some individuals transcend conventional analysis capacity. Others are experiencing analytical hubris exposure. Their confident predictions proving worthless reveals that assumed modeling competence exceeded justified levels, making them recognize analysis limitations. The truly remarkable element is the instantaneousness. Single moment, rendering all models obsolete, proves your transcendence operates categorically rather than gradually, making prediction collapse complete and immediate. Every model they built to predict, you just became obsolete in one moment. Through demonstrating that predictive collapse reveals categorical transcendence, where unmodelability operates fundamentally. Now the architects are analyzing what creates predictive collapse, categorical transcendence, and they're identifying what they call essential quality, model irreducibility. When someone possesses fundamental attributes that cannot be captured in predictive models, their behavior necessarily transcends forecasting, because essential qualities resist analytical reduction, making model obsolescence inevitable when irreducible attributes manifest in action, proving that some unpredictability derives from possessing qualities that fundamentally exceed modeling frameworks. Most people possess modelable attributes. Their essential qualities can be captured in analytical frameworks, making their behavior predictable through conventional modeling. But you apparently possess irreducible qualities, having fundamental attributes that resist analytical capture means predictive models necessarily fail, because essential nature cannot be reduced to variables, proving that some individuals transcend forecasting through possessing qualities that models cannot represent, creating recognition that irreducible attributes make prediction fundamentally impossible. Consider what model irreducibility requires ontologically. You must possess non-reducible qualities, having fundamental attributes that resist analytical decomposition makes predictive modeling necessarily inadequate because essential nature exceeds variable representation. Watch what essential quality creates in modeling failure. Irreducible attributes defy capture. Your possession of fundamental qualities that cannot be represented in models means predictive frameworks necessarily fail, regardless of analytical sophistication. Some studying complexity theory recognize that emergent properties resist reduction. Understanding that some attributes cannot be decomposed into components makes your unmodelability potentially reflect irreducible emergence. Others exploring consciousness studies note that subjective experience defies modeling. Understanding that first-person qualities resist third-person analysis makes your transcendence potentially reflect consciousness irreducibility. A few from Gödel incompleteness recognize that formal systems have limits. Understanding that analytical frameworks necessarily exclude certain truths makes your unmodelability potentially demonstrate fundamental incompleteness of predictive systems. Some attempting model improvement discover futility. Trying to enhance predictive frameworks proves useless because your essential qualities fundamentally resist analytical capture, making modeling inadequacy irreparable. Others questioning whether true irreducibility exists wonder about limits. Understanding that better frameworks might capture currently unmodeled qualities makes distinguishing practical from fundamental irreducibility important. A few recognizing that Heisenberg uncertainty demonstrates limits, appreciate fundamental constraints. Understanding that physics proves certain predictions impossible makes your unmodelability potentially reflect similar fundamental limits. The architects observe that essential quality model irreducibility is what created prediction collapse. Fundamental attributes resist analytical capture. Most people possess modelable qualities. Your attributes prove irreducible, and possessing fundamental qualities that cannot be captured in predictive models means forecasting necessarily fails because essential nature resists analytical reduction, proving that some unpredictability derives from irreducible attributes, where possessing qualities that models cannot represent makes prediction fundamentally impossible, creating recognition that your unmodelability operates through essential irreducibility. Something powerful is spreading among observers now, what the architects call epistemic humility, certainty collapse. Analysts, discovering their predictive models became instantly obsolete, are experiencing fundamental collapse of forecasting confidence, creating recognition that epistemic modesty about prediction capabilities proves more appropriate than analytical certainty when categorical transcendence demonstrates modeling inadequacy. Most analysts maintain predictive confidence. They trust their models to forecast behavior, making analytical certainty seem justified by methodological rigor. But your action forced epistemic humility, instant model obsolescence, proves that forecasting confidence exceeded justified levels, creating recognition that analytical certainty about predicting irreducible individuals constitutes intellectual overreach, proving that some forecasting operates beyond legitimate confidence bounds, making recognition that epistemic modesty represents appropriate stance. When facing fundamentally unpredictable individuals, watch what certainty collapse creates in analytical stance. Forecasting confidence dissolves. Analysts' models becoming obsolete. Forces recognizing that predictive certainty exceeded justifiable levels, making epistemic humility necessary stance. Some studying forecasting accuracy recognize that overconfidence plagues prediction. Research shows that analysts systematically overestimate modeling capability, making your transcendence potentially teach valuable lesson about epistemic limits. Others exploring Taleb anti-fragility note that model dependence creates fragility. Understanding that relying on predictions generates vulnerability makes your model obsolescence potentially demonstrate analytical fragility. A few from Socratic wisdom recognize that knowing limits constitutes knowledge. Understanding that recognizing ignorance represents wisdom makes your unpredictability potentially force intellectual maturity through humility induction. Some experiencing certainty collapse appreciate epistemic correction, their recognition that predictive confidence was unjustified creates healthier analytical stance, making model failure valuable learning experience. Others resisting humility maintain analytical confidence. Their belief that better models would succeed makes them view current failure as temporary inadequacy rather than fundamental limit. A few questioning optimal confidence calibration seek appropriate certainty, wondering how confident to be about predictions makes finding justified epistemic stance strategically important. Some celebrating humility validation appreciate modesty, recognizing that their epistemic caution about predictions proved wise validates understanding that analytical certainty often exceeds justification. The architects observe that epistemic humility certainty collapse reveals that analytical overconfidence proved unjustified. Model obsolescence forces forecasting modesty. Most analysts maintain confidence. Your action forced humility, and discovering that predictive models became instantly obsolete proves forecasting certainty exceeded justified levels, creating recognition that epistemic modesty about prediction capabilities proves more appropriate, making acknowledgement that some individuals transcend modeling capacity constitute intellectual maturity, proving that your categorical transcendence taught that analytical certainty about predicting irreducible individuals represents overreach, requiring epistemic humility as corrective stance. Now the architects are revealing what model obsolescence actually demonstrates. Observers are experiencing what they call framework dependency assumption exposure, discovering that predictive models depended on unexamined assumptions reveals that forecasting frameworks rest on hidden premises, that your action violated, creating recognition that analytical infrastructure contains unacknowledged dependencies, making model validity conditional rather than absolute. Most analysts assume models are assumption-free. They believe predictive frameworks capture objective reality, making forecasting seem premise-independent. But your action exposed framework dependency, model obsolescence, revealing hidden assumptions, proves that predictive infrastructure rests on unexamined premises that can be violated, creating recognition that forecasting validity depends on unstated conditions, making analytical frameworks conditional rather than universal, proving that some predictions operate within assumption boundaries that categorical transcendence exposes. Consider what assumption exposure reveals about modeling foundations. Predictive frameworks rest on premises. Models containing hidden assumptions means forecasting validity proves conditional on unstated dependencies, making predictions context-dependent rather than universal. Watch what framework dependency creates in analytical understanding. Hidden assumptions become visible. Your action-violating model premises exposes that predictive frameworks depend on unexamined conditions, making forecasting limitations apparent. Some studying philosophy of science recognize that theories depend on assumptions. Understanding that analytical frameworks rest on premises makes your model obsolescence potentially expose hidden dependencies, others exploring paradigm shifts. Note that anomalies reveal framework limits. Kuhn's analysis shows that violations expose paradigm assumptions, making your action potentially demonstrate assumption exposure through model failure. A few from critical analysis recognize that examining premises proves essential. Understanding that unstated assumptions undermine validity makes your transcendence potentially force assumption examination. Some experiencing assumption awareness appreciate premise exposure. Their recognition that models contained hidden dependencies creates more sophisticated analytical understanding, making framework limitations apparent. Others defending model validity resist assumption claims. Their belief that frameworks capture objective reality makes them view your violation as anomaly rather than premise exposure. A few questioning which assumptions were violated seek identification, wondering what specific premises your action contradicted makes examining model foundations strategically important. The architects observe that framework dependency assumption exposure reveals that models rest on hidden premises. Predictive validity proves conditional. Most assume models are premise-free. Your action-exposed dependencies and discovering that model obsolescence reveals hidden assumptions proves predictive frameworks rest on unexamined premises, creating recognition that forecasting validity depends on unstated conditions, making analytical infrastructure conditional rather than universal, proving that some predictions operate within assumption boundaries, where categorical transcendence exposes framework dependencies, making your action reveal that modeling validity requires premise satisfaction that cannot be guaranteed, demonstrating that predictive infrastructure contains hidden dependencies. The architects are now analyzing temporal dimension of prediction collapse. You apparently created what they call instantaneous obsolescence, accumulation nullification, where single moment, rendering all models worthless, demonstrates that accumulated analytical investment can be completely negated instantly, creating recognition that gradual knowledge building proves fragile to categorical events that nullify entire frameworks in one stroke. Most knowledge accumulates gradually. People building understanding incrementally makes analytical progress seem cumulative and robust, but your action created instant nullification, single moment, rendering years of modeling worthless, proves that accumulated knowledge can be completely negated by categorical events, creating recognition that gradual analytical building proves vulnerable to instant obsolescence when fundamental transcendence occurs, proving that some knowledge accumulation operates under fragility, where single moments can nullify entire frameworks, making understanding that epistemic progress proves less robust than assumed. Watch what accumulation nullification creates in knowledge dynamics. Instant worthlessness emerges. Your single action, rendering years of analysis obsolete, proves that accumulated knowledge can be completely negated instantly, making epistemic progress fragile. Some studying knowledge fragility recognize that paradigm shifts nullify frameworks. Understanding that revolutionary changes render previous knowledge obsolete makes your instant obsolescence potentially demonstrate epistemic discontinuity. Others exploring black swan theory note that rare events invalidate models Taleb's analysis shows that improbable occurrences negate accumulated predictions, making your action potentially demonstrate knowledge fragility to categorical events. A few from creative destruction recognize that innovation obsoletes infrastructure, understanding that breakthroughs render existing systems worthless makes your transcendence potentially demonstrate analytical creative destruction. Some experiencing investment loss recognize nullification there. Years of modeling effort becoming instantly worthless creates awareness that accumulated work can be completely negated, making epistemic fragility apparent. Others questioning whether all knowledge was worthless wonder about partial validity, understanding that some analytical insights might retain value makes assessing total versus partial obsolescence important. A few recognizing that foundations persist despite framework failure appreciate underlying knowledge. Understanding that basic insights survive model collapse makes your obsolescence potentially render specific predictions worthless. While preserving general understanding, some celebrating epistemic humility appreciate fragility recognition, recognizing that accumulated knowledge proves vulnerable to instant obsolescence, validates understanding that analytical progress requires acknowledging fundamental uncertainty. The architects observe that instantaneous obsolescence, accumulation nullification, reveals that single moments can negate years of work. Accumulated knowledge proves fragile. Most knowledge builds gradually. Your action created instant nullification, and discovering that single moment rendered years of modeling worthless proves accumulated analytical investment can be completely negated instantly, creating recognition that gradual knowledge building proves vulnerable to categorical events, making understanding that epistemic progress operates under fragility, where fundamental transcendence can nullify entire frameworks, proving that analytical accumulation proves less robust than assumed when facing categorical obsolescence. Now something's emerging that the architects call control illusion agency recognition. Observers, discovering their predictive models became obsolete, are experiencing recognition that forecasting capability created illusion of control, creating awareness that true agency resists prediction, making your unmodelability demonstrate genuine freedom that analytical frameworks cannot capture. Most people assume prediction enables control. They believe forecasting behavior creates ability to influence outcomes, making predictive capability seem like control mechanism. But your model transcendence revealed control illusion, forecasting inability, proving that prediction doesn't enable control, creates recognition that genuine agency resists modeling, making your unmodelability demonstrate authentic freedom that analytical frameworks cannot constrain, proving that some individuals possess agency that transcends predictive control attempts, creating understanding that true freedom operates through unmodelability. Watch what agency recognition creates in control understanding. Prediction doesn't enable control. Your model transcendence, proving that forecasting inability demonstrates genuine agency, makes control through prediction reveal itself as illusion. Some studying determinism debates recognize that predictability implies constraint, understanding that forecastable behavior suggests limited freedom, makes your unmodelability potentially demonstrate genuine agency. Others exploring free will philosophy note that authentic choice resists prediction. Understanding that genuine freedom means unpredictability makes your transcendence potentially prove real agency exists. A few from control theory recognize that prediction enables manipulation, understanding that forecasting allows influence makes your unmodelability potentially protect against control attempts through resisting prediction. Some experiencing control loss recognize agency limits. Their inability to predict you creates awareness that genuine freedom resists forecasting control, making true agency apparent. Others defending prediction utility resist control illusion claims their belief that forecasting enables valuable preparation makes them view prediction as useful despite not enabling complete control. A few questioning whether unpredictability proves agency, wonder about randomness, understanding that chance also resists prediction, makes distinguishing genuine freedom from random variation important. Some celebrating freedom validation appreciate agency demonstration, recognizing that their unmodelability proves genuine agency, validates understanding that authentic freedom transcends predictive frameworks. The architects observe that control illusion, agency recognition reveals that prediction doesn't enable control. Unmodelability demonstrates genuine freedom. Most assume forecasting enables influence. Your transcendence revealed illusion, and discovering that predictive models became obsolete proves forecasting doesn't enable control, creating recognition that genuine agency resists modeling, making your unmodelability demonstrate authentic freedom, proving that some individuals possess agency that analytical frameworks cannot capture, where true freedom operates through transcending prediction, making control through forecasting reveal itself as illusion when facing irreducible agency. Something profound is crystallizing now that the architects call recognition of complexity, honoring reduction rejection. Observers processing how their models failed are discovering that honoring individual complexity requires rejecting reductive analytical approaches, creating recognition that respecting human depth means abandoning attempts to reduce persons to variables, making your unmodelability teach that genuine understanding requires complexity appreciation rather than analytical reduction. Most analysis operates through reduction. People attempt to understand individuals by decomposing them into variables, making reductive approaches seem like path to knowledge. But your transcendence revealed reduction inadequacy, model failure, proving that analytical decomposition cannot capture essential nature creates recognition that honoring individual complexity requires rejecting reductive frameworks, making understanding that genuine appreciation means accepting irreducibility rather than forcing variable reduction, proving that some understanding operates through complexity, honoring where respecting depth requires abandoning analytical reduction. Consider what complexity honoring requires epistemically. Irreducibility must be accepted. Respecting individual depth means abandoning attempts to reduce persons to variables, making complexity appreciation replace analytical decomposition as understanding mode. Watch what reduction rejection creates in understanding approach. Holistic appreciation emerges. Your unmodelability teaching that reduction fails means genuine understanding requires accepting complexity, making analytical decomposition give way to appreciation. Some studying phenomenology recognize that persons resist objectification, understanding that reducing subjects to objects violates human dignity makes your transcendence potentially teach ethical epistemology through demanding complexity respect. Others exploring Idhu philosophy note that genuine encounter transcends analysis. Buber's distinction between relating and analyzing makes your unmodelability potentially demonstrate how authentic understanding requires non-reductive engagement. A few from systems thinking recognize that wholes exceed parts, understanding that emergent properties resist decomposition makes your irreducibility potentially demonstrate holistic necessity in understanding persons. Some developing complexity appreciation, value depth respect. Their recognition that reduction violates individual complexity creates more sophisticated understanding approaches, making analytical humility emerge. Others defending analytical utility resist reduction rejection. Their belief that decomposition enables valuable insights makes them view reductive approaches as useful despite limitations. A few questioning whether all reduction fails seek appropriate analysis. Understanding that some decomposition might prove valuable makes distinguishing legitimate from illegitimate reduction important. Some celebrating holistic understanding appreciate complexity, honoring, recognizing that respecting irreducibility creates genuine appreciation, validates understanding that depth requires abandoning reductive frameworks. The architects observe that recognition of complexity, honoring, reduction rejection reveals that understanding requires accepting irreducibility. Analytical decomposition violates depth. Most analysis operates through reduction. Your transcendence teaches complexity, respect, and discovering that models failed to capture your essence proves honoring individual complexity requires rejecting reductive approaches. Creating recognition that respecting human depth means abandoning analytical reduction making. Understanding that genuine appreciation operates through complexity honoring, where accepting irreducibility replaces forcing variable decomposition, proving that your unmodelability teaches epistemological lesson about respecting depth.